So this will be my long-range FPV bundle that I am selling. And I'm going to demonstrate everything works and give you a quick explanation of what's included. First would be the Z3 airframe, and let me get my little cue card here. The Z3 airframe, 43 inches. It has battery compartment, XT60s, standard FPV camera, there you go, and mount. And then the inside we have a vector, speed controller, a Rightwing motor 10x6 prop, Dragon Link RX, and the vector has the airspeed and GPS, and the pitot tube, of course. Had to weight it a little in the back here. It was a little nose heavy. I have a USB female cable, USB cable plugged into the vector, and what I use is a male to female USB, like an extension cable, and that's how I connect up to them. Ready-made RC 2.4 VTX with circular polarized antenna, servos. The frame was built at the Rightwing shop with Chris Click. And next up for sale is a Drake 60-inch. It's a first cut plane. Was hot wire cut and built by Chris. I helped a little. I helped. Standard Rightwing sparring. Instead of rubber bands, I chose to use clips to hold the wings on. Wings are removable. I'll attach some pictures as well. Again, FPV camera, battery compartment, main compartment. Little glue came, hot glue came undone. All right, so this one has, again, a Rightwing motor. Not sure the prop size right now. Rightwing speed controller, vector, Dragon Link RX, same setup. Ready-made RC 400 2.4 transmitter, and on this side is the GPS and pitot tube. And this time I decided to opt for the metal pitot tube instead of my plastic pitot tube. Plastic pitot tube works, it's a little more flexible on the landings. This plane, to be completely honest, Z3's never crashed, ever. It's only been landed. I have a skid plate on the bottom to help with dirt landings and stuff. The Drake, however, did fall into a tree and it messed up the wing here a little bit. So what I did is cleaned it up, Gorilla glued inside the cut because it was all the way through to the bottom. I'll send pictures. And then after that dried, trimmed it, and then layered on another sheet of, not a sheet, but a little patch of lamination. That's 3mm laminated, the entire frame. It's all EPP, Plasti Dip for the color. Well-built plane. Both planes were really built and configured and tuned with Chris at Rightwing. Okay, so to make this the complete lot, I got a couple extra props for the Z3. I have a ready-made RC 2.4 receiver. Okay, so you'll get the battery as well, and that's a power supply, and the power supply is set up for 5 gigahertz relay if you choose to do so. And there's the video wire that would go along with your repeater setup. So power comes in, and I use this cable, which was out of my Fat Shark goggles, because it worked really well, because it jumps into the 12 volt coming out of the power supply, feeds it into the receiver, and also it feeds video and power to the 7-inch display. Okay, so since this was a Fat Shark wire, and that is in some off-brand 7-inch monitor, it uses the red connector on the video out to push video into my display. Okay, along with it, not only can you see what you're doing, but you can control what you're doing with a Dragon Link transmitter with a SRH71 diamond antenna. It's a good antenna. So that's all that. All right, so if you want the radio, I can throw the radio in for a few more bucks, but my radio was on. You're gonna have to get your own flight batteries. Flight batteries are, or how I had them configured for center of gravity, was 2 Nanotech 3300 4S batteries in the bay running in parallel. So to give you a quick test, I have one 5000. The reason why I have one 5000 is I ran 2 of the Zippy 5000s in there in parallel. So I'm just going to do a quick test, show you that the motors run. I'm just going to turn them over real quick. So, all right, I'm going to put you down while I plug in. Okay, so the way that I have my radio configured, you can change it around, of course, if you'd like, is I have like a throttle hold here.
Throttle hold.
Correct.
Active. Throttle hold. Active.